armbar again, which you kind of forget when you're teaching. So again, when I break Carl's posture, okay, and he puts his hands on my chest here, okay, so from here, when I get to this position here, I don't want to be dragging this arm across because he knows I'm going to be looking for that armbar. And I don't want to be putting my foot on this hip because when I open my guard, I mean, that's defeating the purpose of closed guard, which is controlling his hip. So I really don't want to be opening my guard. So when I feel the pressure here on my chest, I cut an angle. He maybe thinks I'm going for that type of sweep here. Okay. So he really doesn't think I'm threatening the armbar like this. Okay? But watch. When I open my legs, it's hard to do it slow. My right leg climbing over Carl's back helps me do two things. It helps me rotate this leg around, but it also helps me elevate my hips into his armpit. Now watch what this thigh does. See my thigh? As it comes around, it's smearing Carl's elbow towards me here. Okay? So when I throw this over, it's in front of my gut, and then I have it. Rather than trying to pull it across, because the second I pull it across, he's pulling it back. Okay, and then to go for his move. So from here, I cut an angle. Okay. As I pull, constantly pulling with my legs, so that pressure's on my chest. As this leg climbs, this helps me smear. Watch, see this knee? Smears across, alright? As it comes across, I'm lifting my hips in. It's hard to do it slow, so that I can climb with my legs. And then I'm in, and I'm looking hard. Okay, so again, pressure, keep the angle, still pulling, still keeping that tension, and as I come across, boom, I'm in. Okay, but sometimes what happens is, when you're pulling, he might even put his hands on your chest, okay? He might put his hands on the mat. Come on, this side, bro. So, from here, if he puts his hand on the mat, I'm going to grip it and I'm going to move my hip towards his hand. I'm going to glue it to my hip. Okay? And from here, I'm going to open my legs. I'm going to use my knee to create an open elbow concept whereby I bring my knee here to force it bend, to force his elbow away from his body. And to stop him posturing, my left hand is going to grip my shin, like so. So my elbow is tapping his shoulder. And I'm stuffing this into my hip. Trying to posture up, bro. It's going to be quite difficult. Okay? So again, what happens is, from day one jiu-jitsu, people are taught to pull. Carl puts his hands on the mat. He puts his hands on the mat. From here, I grab this. I sit up. I get a crossover hook, and then I move my hips back and try to get this KIMURA. The problem with that is, okay. Carl's stopping me from sitting up with these grips. So anytime I break his posture, and I even get this on the mat here, as I try to sit up, he's got a hand to stop me from sitting up. That's what they're for. Okay? These hands here in front aren't to stop him from me breaking his posture. They're meant to stop me from sitting up. So if I can't sit up, I can't go for this. So again, another way I can consider this is I can swim in. As I break his posture and his hands are coming to the mat, I stuff it to my hip. The reason I stuff it to my hip is because I want to use my knee to force a bend, this open elbow. And again, it depends on the angle of his arm. I can grip here, use my knee to force a bend. The second I force a bend and I've broken his posture, I want to keep it so my left hand grabs my shin. Which stops two things. It stops Carl from posturing, but he can still pull his arm out. So the second detail is why I stuff this into my hip. When I'm here, try to pull your arm out now, it's difficult. Okay? So, from here, my right hand is in my hip. Okay? I let go of my shin, my left comes underneath, I get a monkey grip, and from here, my elbow fills the space that my hand was in. As I move my hips out, okay? I recross my legs at his far hip, and then I bring Carl to me. I bring his hips close to mine as I start to crank. Okay, so that's my KIMURA, guys, from closed guard. Another entrance into it is this is how Carl gets his grips here and here. Okay, so from this position here, I can swim inside this way, pummel it, stuff it, and then I have it, or I can swim inside here. As I pummel, Carl re-pummels and gets his grip back, and straight into this again. Okay? hands on the mat, it's hard for me to get my hand or move his hand to my hip. So I do the easier option, which is just this. Okay, I move my hip to his hand. Once I do it to my hip, I can force his elbow open. Okay, my foot goes on his hip, I clamp, my hand grabs my shin, keeps his posture broken, and my right hand stuffing it into my hip stops him putting his hand out. Does that make sense? Okay, so from here, okay, keep that grip, hand comes overneath, monkey grip, and a new grip here, and now my elbow fills the space that my hand was in, so I shove my elbow towards my hip as I use this leg to scoot my hips out, so I'm on my left side, cross my ankles, and the detail is, I bring Car's hips to me. His right elbow, or sorry, his left elbow is glued to my chest, so his arm is in an L shape, and from here, okay, so that's your basic KIMURA from close guard, guys. Let's drill for 5.